So we have multiple breaking news coming out. Please share this video. Today is April 24, 2025, and welcome to the Real GS News channel. Guys, before I start, to give this video a big thumbs up, and once again, thank you so much for your support. So we're going to start with this one here. The CEOs of Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and Lowe's are all sounding the alarm regarding interruptions in the supply chain and its effect on consumers. Basically, in other words, there's going to be a lot of empty shelves possibly in the next couple of months, but we are definitely going to see a big hit. So these CEOs, they're really sounding the alarm. We're going to get to all this news here. Let me show you some of this stuff. Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo said India and Pakistan came close to nuclear war. Well, ladies and gentlemen, something happened, and I posted a video. Something happened April 23rd. There was a 48-hour deadline. So India told the Pakistani to leave in the next 48 hours. So I do believe something big is coming. Something big is coming between India and Pakistan. We have more breaking news coming out. Nukes on the moon. The Red Dragon and the Bear unveil lunar power plant plans. Nukes on the moon? Just imagine that, guys. There's a possibility. There's already cities on this moon already, and they building stuff on the moon. So I do believe there's some stuff already built. All right, so it goes to tell you $40 trillion in debt probably went to this project. We have more breaking news here, guys, and Neuralink, the brain chip. All right, Neuralink hits $8.5 billion valuation as it eyes $500 million funding round. Neuralink is reportedly prepping a $500 million raise at an $8.5 billion pre-money valuation. All right, so pretty soon, chips possibly installed in people's head. Look at that. So it's going to be right here in the back. They remove a piece of the skull, and then they add a chip to your brain, and then they put the piece of the skull back. Yeah, I'm good. We are definitely seeing some Bible prophecy events here, guys. All right, so we're going to get to all this news. Give me a second here. Let me just show you some of this stuff. Okay, so UK plans to turn down the sun. What could possibly go wrong? All right, so they want to kind of put some kind of tinted windows, tinted in the atmosphere. So we're gonna see what's going on there, guys. Not too long ago I posted a video over my second channel, the Real GS News. Russia fired ballistic and cruise missiles, and it fired towards multiple cities. All right, so again, this thing was heard in all region of Ukraine. They dropped the hammer. All right, so the number has gone up. 9 has passed and 63 injured. All right, so we're gonna get to all this news here. Once again, the consequences of massive of the bear strike explosion were heard in many cities of Ukraine. And Donald orders AI boot camp for American young ones and teachers. All right, so this is a big deal. AI is like the future stuff, and Donald wants all the young ones to learn about AIs. And yeah, that's what's going on right now, guys. So we're gonna get to all this news. I know it's a little late. Totally apologize, guys. It's been a very busy day. Very busy. Very busy. So Patreon is gonna be later today, guys. Right now it's 1:24 a.m. And yeah, again, hopefully we can get this video to like 20 minutes. Right now we're going on 5 minutes. Guys, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Thank you so much for tuning in to this late night show. Again, do me a favor, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let's see what's going on with this story here. Walmart, which is not a good news, with all these imminent empty shelves. If you are going to need anything made in China, I will buy it now while you still can. Many companies have already decided that it no longer makes any economic sense to import the Red Dragon made product into the US because tariff rates are so high. Now it says here, as a result, there are certain things that will soon no longer be available to U.S. consumers. On Monday, when I posted an article warning about empty shelves in the months ahead, some people thought that I was exaggerating. But, of course, the truth is that I was not at all. So on Tuesday, the CEOs of Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, and I do believe a lot more, specifically warned Donald that store shelves all over the country could soon be empty, during a meeting at the White House. Yikes. They told Donald, the CEOs, Walmart, Target, Home Depot, and Lowe's, warned Donald, hey man, store shelves all over the country could soon be empty during a meeting at the White House. Buckle up. Now, even though Donald said the gas prices is going down, which it was $2.97. Then the next day it went to $3.20. So it's like after Passover, Easter, then it went back to $3.20. The CEOs of Walmart, Target, and Home Depot and Lowe's, all of whom deliver a blunt message about interruption in the supply chain and its effect on consumer, were invited to the White House as part of an ongoing internal campaign to make the case to Donald about the real-world impact of his policies, administration officials said. Now, Donald tariffs have placed significant pressure on the retail sector. The business leaders warned that store shelves across America could soon be empty. Two people familiar with the meeting said, as they presented a dire economic picture that could come into sharper view within weeks. So these CEOs are not bluffing. Our biggest retailers normally import massive amounts of goods from the Red Dragon, and there is no easy short-term way to replace that production. According to the news, the CEOs flat out told him, Donald, the prices aren't going up. They're steady right now, but they will go up. They also told Donald that shelves will be empty if current tariff levels persist. Guys, this is some serious stuff here. It's very important to stock up if you can. Get your stuff ready. Me and my wife, we were heading to a church, and we realized there is droughts going on in Florida. The lake, water's going down and everything, and we've seen like the pond. There's some water shortage, and it hasn't rained in a while. where I live at. I mean, last time it rained was like, what, 2 weeks ago? And it rained for like 2 minutes. And then the sun came out. All right, so according to, we read that part. Now, I am so glad that Donald is getting input from the CEOs. That is very important. The CEO of Walmart reportedly told Donald that his supply chains are already being disrupted. You have Doug, the CEO of Walmart, who has developed a cordial relationship with Donald through meetings at Mar-a-Lago, and several mutual friends bluntly told Donald that the trade war with China had already started to disrupt the supply chain, officials said, and will only intensify by summer. It's going to be hot this summer. Oh, it's going to be really hot. We should have never become so dependent on the Red Dragon, on imports from the Red Dragon. I agree. But we have some, for the past couple of decades, we have some very sorry, weak sleeping giant leader. They just bow down to the Red Dragon. They clipped their toenails. They fed them grapes and everything. We had some weak, sorry sleeping giant leaders. It was terrible. They just gave it all to the Red Dragon. So I have been ranting about this for years. Now we have find ourselves in a situation where our economy literally cannot function properly without the Red Dragon goods. And there you go. According to Zero Hedge, scheduled import volumes at the port of Los Angeles are beginning to plummet dramatically. Donald administration is likely monitoring sliding schedule import volumes at the port of Los Angeles, the largest container port in the Western Hemisphere, amid Donald overnight remarks hinting at a potential de-escalation in a trade war with the Red Dragon. The president comments to ease trade tensions with the Red Dragon capital come as scheduled import volume at the La Porte indicate possible inbound trade disruption on the horizon. According to Port Optimizer, a tracking system for vessel operators, scheduled import volume from the Los Angeles port for the week ending May 3rd show a 38.53% week-over-week plunge. Not looking good. Year over year, the data shows a 9.79 increase, 9.79% decrease for the week ending May to schedule import volumes continue to slow with a year-over-year change down around 35%. Those numbers might not mean anything to you now, but you will be quite upset when you go to a big box store and the item that you are looking for is not there. The reality of the matter is that our supply chains have already been thrown into a state of chaos. One industry insider warned CNBC that more than 700,000 truckloads have evaporated nationally in just the last week. That's huge, 700,000 truckloads. So the fallout from the ocean freight slowdown is beginning to hit ground transport linked to ports. We are at a tipping point on the West Coast, said Ken, chief of the analytic at that Freight and Analytics, looking at how many truckloads are available versus trucks. So we've seen a precipitous drop. Over 700,000 loads have evaporated nationally in the past week compared to 2 weeks prior, he said. And the outlook for the weeks ahead is even more troubling. We are being told ocean container bookings from China to the US are down over 60%. Sorry, guys, I hear a cat. It's not my cat. It's got to be the neighbor's cat. But again, this is where we are right now. This is a big breaking news here. All right, so once again, guys, we're gonna go with the next news. I'm trying to get this video at. It's almost at 20 minutes. So a lot of these information, if you guys want to check it out, will be in my Twitter page. The Twitter link will be in the description box. So once again, the CEOs are really sounding the alarm. They're telling Donald, hey Donald, just to let you know, man, these shelves are going to be empty possibly by summer. All right, so hopefully you know what you're doing, man, because again, a lot of people is going to want their stuff, and when they come to my store, they ain't going to be seeing stuff like that. They ain't going to be seeing no like trimmers or whatever, and Donald's going to say, don't worry, the companies are coming back to the US, and we're going to be making products here in America. So again, let's see what Donald does, and hopefully, it doesn't cause a massive chaos here within our sleeping giant. Nukes on the moon. China and Russia unveil lunar power plant plans. It's here because solar panels are for Earthlings. So you have these two countries, China and Russia, just announced plans to build a nuclear power plant on the moon. Yes, seriously, to juice up their dream lunar base by 2035. You know how many times the moon get hit with asteroid? So again, they're gonna build something, but it's not gonna be good. If power labs, mining gear, and whatever else they decide to blop down up there. The move leapfrogs solar tech and makes their International Lunar Research Station a whole lot more real. NASA takes notes. The Red Dragon and Moscow just turned the moon into a neighborhood with utility bills. And next up, the HOA meetings in zero gravity. Man. One thing I'll tell you guys is that, I feel bad for the moon now. The moon is like, oh man, you guys are gonna mess up and pollute my planet. Well, not planet, moon, excuse me. All right, we're gonna go with the next one here. Let's see what's going on with the Neuralink. It says here talks are still early, but the momentum is clear. Neuralink's human trials are now live and already making headlines. Their first patient using just his brain. He's gaming, browsing, and posting online. Now the Neuralink will lean into mass market implants, treating everything from depression to obesity and maybe even telepathy. If the chips are down, it's because they're inside your head. The chip. I can say it right now, guys. Again, this is a commercial here with the background music. All right, Neuralink. The Neuralink. Talks are still early, but the momentum is clear. Neuralink human trials are now live. You no longer have to turn your car on, just use your mind. Open the doors and just turn on your computer by using your mind. The Neuralink is safe, and it will protect all your secret stuff, your accounts and all that. So again, just imagine that opening up, I guess is right here in the back, a little tiny hole, and installing that Neuralink chip. Unbelievable. At first, they were telling Elon, man, you out your mind. We're not going to allow you to put the chip in people's brain. It ain't going to happen. But past 2020, anything is possible now. Humanity just went cuckoo. Neuralink to implant blind sight brain chip in human patient by late 2025. Neuralink will attempt its first human implant of blind sight in late 2025, a brain chip designed to restore sight to those who are completely blind. Elon said the device will start with low resolution vision, but could eventually provide capability that are like superhuman. This followed Neuralink's earlier telepathy chip aimed at helping paralyzed patients control devices with their minds. If successful, blind sight could mark one of the most radical leaps in medical and neurotech, turning the science fiction of vision restoration into clinical reality. Hmm. Everything's moving really fast. Everything's moving really fast. All right. So from brain chip to blocking the sun, UK plans to turn down the sun. What could possibly go wrong? The UK Gov is about to greenlight experiment to dim the sun. Yep, the plan is to tinker with the atmosphere, brighten some clouds here, sprinkle some aerosols there, and bounce sunlight back into space to cool the planet. The Gov area agencies is tossing a $50 million pound at this idea, with outdoor trials expected to kick off soon. Officials swear it's safe, reversible, and there won't be any toxic fallout. Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, we are definitely living in the end times where we're about to see a lot of stuff. And boy, oh boy, this is not going to be good. So again, blocking, some of the brightness. There's a reason why we get so much brightness and the temperatures and stuff. And now humans is gonna completely shift it upside down, which could cause major problems. See, here's the thing. God knows what he's doing. He knows that, the planet needs certain temperature and this and that. Man is saying, well, it's too hot. It's like this, and this happened all the time in my house. I tell, the kids and everybody in the house, keep the AC at 70. Actually, I got it at 74 now. I tell them, keep it on 74. And then I wake up in the morning, it's at 65. My daughter, who's 18 years old, see, like, I did it. It was so hot, at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm the one paying the bill, so don't touch it. But again, it's like humans. Well, it's too hot in this planet. We need to sprinkle something in the atmosphere to cool down the temperature. God is saying, don't mess with the sun, but humans is not listening. It says here, Donald just signed an executive order forcing school to train students and teachers in artificial intelligence, creating a White House task force stacked with cabinet members and crypto billionaire David Sachs. Donald, during the Oval Office signing, that's a big deal because AI is where it seems to be at. The order instructs federal agency to form public-private partnership for implementation, part of Donald's larger tech push that's already included You know what? The Joe era of AI regulation and securing $500 billion in private investment for data centers. The president simultaneously signed a separate order focused on apprenticeship and tradecraft to ensure Americans can fill factory jobs in a new company. All right. Once again, Donald is signing some executive orders getting America to be like the number one when it comes to crypto and when it comes to AI. All right, give me a second here, guys. I want to see if there's any more information here. All right, so it seems like it's gonna be all of it tonight, guys. I wish I could stay up a little longer, but yeah, I'm just feeling a little tired now. But yeah, check out the videos I posted today. All the links will be in the comments box. So this is where we at right now. Once again, please again continue to pray for people around the world, and again, the big one now is going to be India and Pakistan. I mean, India just turned off the water. Pakistan is not getting enough water like that anymore. Their crops could be impacted. It could lead to shortage. And it seems like a lot of those people might head towards Iran. So, just like Mike Pompeo said, America was really, I mean, you know, India and Pakistan came close to nuclear. We could see that possibly this year. All right, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. It seems like this is all the information. But again, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next couple of hours. Have a good night, and God bless every single one of you. For those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Once again, guys, $1 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream every Monday. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.